Thank you so much. Wachan Martika Siwa Kinte. The beautiful meditation music. And good morning, Agape. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient, and I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say that if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light, and I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. Struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Woo! Good morning, Agape. Wherever you are, I invite you to rise, if you can, for the reading of our meditative thought. Life boldly confronts us through change, and change refreshingly leads us into a sense of awe and spontaneous joy when we behold Spirit's vision for us unfolding right before our inner and outer eyes. Past and future dissolve, and we delight in the present moment, Spirit's moment. By not creating any barriers to that perfection, we become a passageway through which Spirit may work as something new is created. Let us together celebrate that newness with the utmost gratitude. That's for us to contemplate as we move through the week from our very own Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. Stacy?
If you would join me in this beautiful congregational prayer, use me. Use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me. to think that God was the sun, but God is the sun. But God's so much more than the earth or the stars and all of creation. God is creator, all in all, needing us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new. God needs us shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
I am happy to welcome to the platform Ebony Faye. She's an LA hometown girl who's lived for extended periods of time overseas as a vocalist and event producer. She does have the clarity that comes from making it through life's valleys, and she hopes to encourage us to open to deeper levels of love, accountability, and justice. My sister spirit, Ebony Faye.
Hey, yes. So we're gonna do this. Get up out of your rocking chair, Grandma. Would you care to stand? Y'all can do it. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Hey you, give up the ghost that's haunting you now. Woo! Shout it out, don't let it stay inside and eat you alive. Woo! Make up your mind. Don't you want to stay this side of the line? Ooh, I can assure you, when you're my angel, learn from all you've left behind. Ooh, you got to dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Don't get to tomorrow. I don't want to hear you late. You got to dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. Don't give up the state. Do, 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 do. Do, So watch the clock and let it tick for you. Yahoo! You got to dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. I don't want to hear you late. You got to dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. Don't give up your stay. Sister, dance, little sister. Dance, dance. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. Yeah. Dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. I don't want to hear you late. You got to dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. I don't want to hear you late. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Dum, 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 dum. Do, do, do. Here we go. Dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. I don't want to hear you late. You got to dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Hang on till tomorrow. Don't give up your stay. I said, dance, little sister. Don't give up today. Come on. Hang on till tomorrow. I don't want to hear you late. You've got to dance. Oh, little sister. I said, hang on till tomorrow. Don't give up your stay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ebony Faye, the house band. We have on piano Mitch Foreman, bass John Hart, the fabulous guitar William Monroe, and Curtis Bird birthday today. Give him some love in the chat. Give Ebony Faye, give the music ministry some love in the chat. You know you loved it. So show your love and appreciation. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Happy birthday, Curtis. Yay. Welcome, Agape Nation. I'm always deeply grateful to be able to say this. I'm your hosting minister today. I'm Reverend Coco Stewart. Dr. Michael is traveling with his family. We will hear more from him later, and holding and lifting him and his family in love and joy and celebration. You'll hear why later. Let's see, what else are we doing here today? Oh, yes. As always, when Reverend Michael is out of the pulpit, powerful, active spiritual consciousness is here. It never goes anywhere. There's always the fuel and the fire and the energy of love that's stoking that spiritual activism within our own souls. So today we have our own blessed and beloved spiritual dynamo, Reverend Suzi Lula. You know you're going to love her talk. Yep. And here's her topic, which I get to start by saying, you get a crown, and you get a crown. We're interested to hear what this is. Something fabulous. We all know this. So thank you so much, Reverend Suzi. If this is your first time worshiping with us, I know you love us. And we love you. And if you somehow found us, either on YouTube or somebody recommended that you drop in, we just want to give you an Agape welcome. So I invite you to receive a global welcome because we are a global community. So stand if you're comfortable right where you are and just accept, receive, allow, and make welcome all the love. We see you in our mind's eye. We feel you in our soulful heart, extended to you as together we say, welcome to Agape. We recognize you. We know who you really are. You are made in the spiritual image and likeness of pure spirit. You are a unique way that love, intelligence, and divine beauty are happening on the planet. You are a one-of-a-kind spiritual genius. We celebrate your life. We give thanks for you. We welcome you to Agape. So just wrap your arms around yourself. We thank God for you and accept the divine blessing of loving presence that Agape is sending your way. Welcome, 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 welcome. Grateful for your presence, your consciousness, the gift of your blessing. Let's see. We have magnificent Agape licensed spiritual practitioners who are holding prayer vigil for us, holding us in the high vibration. Again, that spiritual substance, that spiritual essence of being during the service and online under the direction, of course, of our own Reverend Kathleen and Reverend Jason Mitchell. They maintain an unbroken awareness of the presence of God. And we're extremely grateful for that practitioner consciousness that honestly, they go to school for at least 4 years to do that. They pass tests, and we're grateful for that consciousness. So we have now a licensed practitioner, very active in the community. Many of you know him, and he's coming forward with a specific assignment. So Willard Williams will do our affirmations, Agape's purpose statement, a spiritual reading, and a living evocation of the heart. Willard.
Thank you, Reverend Coco. And for those that, what you missed was Reverend Coco dancing back there with Ebony Faye. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Reverend Michael's theme for this month is limitless living, the only way to fly. Our speaker today is Reverend Suzi Lula, and her topic is, you get a crown, and you get a crown, and you get a crown. So we need to look under our seats when this is over with. Okay. It was my joy to facilitate our meditation with music provided by Wilkesha, featuring Wachan, Martika, and Siwa Quinta. Today's musical inspiration is the one and only Ebony Faye. Licensed practitioners are currently holding prayer vigil and engaging with you on the comments of this broadcast on Agape Live TV, YouTube channel, and of course, Facebook. You're invited to share any prayer requests there or contact our prayer ministry directly. Now it's time for our affirmations. I invite you to stand up and put that plate of food down and repeat them aloud after me, line by line. My life is full participation with the infinite.
My life is lived in full participation with the infinite.
Thank you for my correction. All my relations match the high vibration of unconditional love.
All my relations match the high vibration of unconditional love.
Real and meaningful changes take place in the field of my willingness.
Real and meaningful changes take place in the field of my willingness.
Perfect health is my conversation, my affirmation, and my demonstration.
Perfect health is my conversation, my affirmation, and my demonstration.
I allow the good of God to come to me and flow through me.
I allow the good of God to come to me and flow through me.
Visions, infinite potential, and unlimited possibilities are the fuels that drive my life.
Vision, infinite potential, and unlimited possibilities are the fuel that drive my life.
Gratefully, I live these words of truth,
Gratefully, I live these words of truth,
and so it is.
and so it is.
Amen. You may have your seats back and pick up that plate of food. The Agape purpose statement. Our purpose as an intentional spiritual community is to be a living environment for individuals to realize they are a unique emanation of God, the love, intelligence governing the universe. We embody an understanding of our oneness with God, and we consciously practice this truth in our everyday lives. Through the new thought, ageless wisdom teaching, and the energy of unconditional love, we are committed to individual transformation and being a beneficial presence on this planet. Simply, we are here for God. Our book of the month is The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity, a simple guide to unlimited abundance. It was by Edwin Gaines. And our selected reading is taken from the chapter, Why Must You Learn to Set Goals? And it can be found on page 70 under the heading, Casting Aside Your Limitations. One of the main reasons people don't reach their goals is that they believe that there is something about themselves that will prevent them from getting whatever they really want in their deepest hearts of hearts. Perhaps you think you're too old to have the things you want, or too young, too heavy, or too skinny. A woman or a minority group, too tired, too broke, married to the wrong person, or not married at all. But these statements are lame cop-outs, and they are not what is really, truly keeping you from what you want. While preparing to set goals, you must move beyond limitations of self-perceptions that step into the role of who you really are, and really and truly are. And who are you? You are a child of God. You are an expression of the Most High. You are a point within the greater light. Absolutely anything is possible you want to achieve. But you've got to take the concrete steps towards the dreams that you have. Gertrude, the author, said, whatever you do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius and power and magic in it. And when you start moving towards your dreams, you're going to find that God is so much more, has so much more good in store for you than you could ever imagine. But before you can start receiving all that good that God has in store for you, you must first cast off the sense of your limitations. So let's turn within. And in this gratefulness that we sit in, we feel the gratitude of just being alive and who we are. The gratitude of being oneness. The gratitude of our families. The gratitude of our children. The gratitude of this Agape family. We just feel into it right now. We always start with gratitude because we have so much to be grateful for. Knowing that there's one power, one presence that's absolutely divine in our lives. That oneness goes through us, in us, and out of us. And with that, we are unified in this one spirit. And so this morning, on the 7th of August, I bless this service. I bless Reverend Michael in his travels. I bless our speaker, Reverend Suzi Lula. I bless the musical performers, knowing that they have put their consciousness towards the greater good, and that their lives is the life of God, and their lives and their walk is the life of God. And that's all what it's all about, living for God. I bless them. and I'm grateful for them. And I just end it with amen.
Thanks, Willard. I am listening to the music of the Holy Spirit. Oh, what a song God is singing. I will listen all day long. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah, hey, yeah. Hallelujah.
Thank you so much, Stacy. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Willard, for that beautiful reading and that prayer. Appreciate that. At Agape, we always have so many things that are happening throughout the community. And just to say that over the past couple of years, even during the time of what has been called the lockdown, I don't know if you know, but Agape has only expanded, obviously in consciousness and in form. I'm going to invite Pat Finn to come forward to highlight some of our announcements.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. You can visit the agapelive.com website for details on all of this, and all times that we talk about are listed in Pacific time. Now mark your calendars and tell your friends to join us for our next in-person service, which is happening Choir Sunday, August the 28th, starting with meditation service at 11 a.m., followed by the fellowship service at 11:30. And please note that all services, all the time, will be live streamed. We were doing that long before the pandemic, so it's going to last long after. Want to invite up right now Reverend Jason Mitchell, who has a very special announcement for us. He is on his way. Ready?
Might as well.
All right.
Thanks, Pat. So we are incredibly enthusiastic about having you back here for our next in-person service on August 28th. We had such a great time celebrating Reverend Michael's birthday last month. And at the same time, we're excited about inviting you into the guest relations ministry. You could tell I was literally running up here. The guest relations ministry is an opportunity for you to come and embrace that aspect of Agape that is the welcoming embrace of our spiritual community. So we are currently recruiting for our guest relations ministry. What does that mean as I continue to catch my breath? You email us at guestrelations@agapelive.com, and we are going to give you the opportunity to come with us and join for our sacred service orientation. When you do that, you're going to help us as we rebuild the infrastructure so that we can support all of our guests as they're coming for our services. Thank you so very much. Pat?
Thanks, Rev. Also want to let you know that Right along, we've had our children's services and teen services, and they continue. Teen Agape ages 14 to 19 meet online at 11:15 a.m. today. For information and to register to join, click the Agape banner on the website, the Teen Agape banner. And preteens ages 9 to 13 meet at 2, children ages 3 to 8 meet at 3:30. Both are live on Zoom, and to join and get your Agape Youth Fun Packs, just email revleon@agapelive.com. Also want to let you know that the Crisis Support Clinic offers Zoom mini counseling sessions every Monday from 4 to 6 p.m., complimentary one-on-one sessions with a licensed practitioner available on a first-come, first-served basis. If you or someone you know seems to be challenged with items from finances to relationships to jobs to housing to well-being, just email crisissupport@agapelive.com, and it's offered to the community at large so anyone can attend. Loving Hands Unite, the Adoption, Foster Care, Fertility Ministry, will have their monthly meeting this Friday, August 12th at 7 p.m. via Zoom. If you'd like to support any aspect, if you'd like support or like to support any aspect of the adoption process, please email lovinghandsunite@agapelive.com to receive the Zoom link and to join us. You can join the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer ministry Saturday, August 13th at 3 p.m. for a Zoom gathering. Artist Robin Powell presents Angels All Around Us. Please email lgbt@agapelive.com for more information. Monday through Saturday, we're on Facebook at 8 a.m. for daily prayer and 12 noon for meditation. Go to agapelive.com for details. Also, Agape Spiritual Community Gathering is in session. Join us every Friday at 5:30. It's a chance to connect in community for an enriching, inspiring gathering led by our practitioners and ministers. Just email scg@agapelive.com for more information. Okay, did you see the Rev doing his push-ups 2 weeks ago at his birthday? If you didn't, you should go back and check the archives because it was extraordinary. The fact that he had so much energy. This was after the third service, so did 3 services, was up here just nonstop doing push-ups. So, you know, over the years I've asked him, so many people have asked him, where do you get all that energy? Where do you get all of that vitality? And he talked about the different supplements he takes and the superfoods he takes. Well, he's put all those supplements and superfoods into one easy powder, Adaptozen Superfood Greens, and you can try it, and when you do, you're going to notice a difference. You'll find it tastes great, even just in water. So try the bundle and get your monthly supply with Adaptozen Vitamin D3 plus K2 to boost your immunity in these stressful times. Order yours today, and you can just go to NutraRise.com. You click on the Adaptozen banner and get 10% off on your first order. And last thing is you can dance with the Rev. Get your endorphins flowing and shift your mood. Show us your moves in a 1-minute video dancing during a Sunday service and upload using the banner on the Agape website. And then you may see yourself #DanceWithTheRev on social media and on Sundays. Peace and blessings, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pat. You know, you can also get Rev supplements on Amazon, just in case you're interested. All right. Let's hear from Reverend Michael.
Peace and richest blessings to you. And the first thing that I want to say to you this morning is thank you. Thank all of you who are making a big difference for the Agape International Spiritual Center as you celebrated my appearance today with great donations, great flow of generosity, and are continuing to do so as we are continuing to strengthen the infrastructure of Agape International. Secondly, I'm on my way to Washington, D.C. in this very moment in order to assist my grandson, King Che Fela Beckwith, into Howard University. And thirdly, you're at Agape. You're going to be bathed in the sacred teachings as they're moving through the Reverend Suzi Lula, the dynamic music of Ebony Faye and our Agape House Band. This morning, Way of Meditation service brought to you by God through the Reverend Jason Mitchell. And there's you, receptivity, availability. Remember, the greatest ability is availability. Availability to the sweet whisperings of the Spirit. Listen today, embody what you hear, and make a difference in the world. You are needed. I'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Reverend Michael. Yes. All right. So Ebony Faye is going to come forward in a moment, but I want to take this time to introduce our own Reverend Suzi Lula, if you don't know her. She's a long time in the community. I should have asked her. So many years. I've known her for a very long time. Of course, she became a licensed practitioner first, has history of practice there, and then she became, of course, an Agape minister. She is an Agape master teacher. She serves on our board of trustees. I want to say she's a spiritual dynamo. That's what came to me today, so you get to see that in practice and in play when she comes forward. Her book, The Motherhood Evolution, reminds us that we are here to thrive. She's the best-selling author of that book. And she has an extensive library of online courses that can be found at SuziLula.com. I've known her. She has a heart, we would say, of gold, of all-encompassing all beings from within her own soul. So you're going to enjoy this. And right now we're going to invite Ebony Faye. You heard me say she's my sister in spirit. You know why? Because the two Fays. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Coral Faye. She's Ebony Faye.
Yes, I love it. It's like the biggest compliment. It's like the biggest compliment that the universe could give me, to have a name in common with the Reverend Coco. Can't wait to hear you, Miss Suzi. Alrighty. Look at me. Look at me. I am changing, trying every way I can. I'm changing. I'll be better than I am. I'm trying to find a way to understand, but I need you. I need you. I need your hand. See, I am changing, seeing everything so clear. I'm changing. I'm gonna start right now, right here. I'm hoping to work it out, and I know that I can, but I need you. Say, I need you. I need your hand. All my life I've been a fool, thought I could do it all by myself. So many good times
change my heart, and nothing's gonna stop me. Now I'm changing, yeah.
Ebony Faye. Ebony Faye got a crown today. Ebony, that was amazing. Thank you very much. House band, you get a crown, and you get a crown. Happy birthday, Curtis Bird. My son loves Curtis Bird. Happy birthday. Welcome, 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 Agape family. Oh, yeah. Welcome, welcome. It is your first time worshiping, gathering with us today. Welcome, welcome. If you've been here for years and years and years, as I have, as many of us have, welcome, welcome to all of you. So as you might have heard, you get a crown today, and you get a crown today, and you get a crown today. I come with a crown today. My son Will, who is going to be a sophomore in college, crocheted this crown and was wearing this crown, and I loved it so much that I started wearing it, and I love it so much that I want to share it with all of you. Why? I love it so much because imagine if you had been raised with someone whispering in your ear every day, you get a crown. You are a divine being. You are divinity itself. As Edwene Gaines said in her reading, you are a child of God. You are a child of the universe. Imagine if we had been raised every day hearing, and I want you to know that there is an energy whispering into your ear right now. Listen. You get a crown. You are divine. You are a divine being. Your birthright, your inheritance, you are luminosity itself. You are radiant. You are light-filled. You are a light being. You are light itself. You are abundant. You are prosperous. You are lavishly opulent. You are whole. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are joy itself. You are joy personified. This is who you are. This is what you are. This is whose you are. This is your own true nature. Imagine allowing yourself to integrate, to infiltrate, to embody that you have a crown and you are here to wear it proudly. So please, in the chat, claim your crown today. Claim your crown consciousness today. In the chat, if any of these God qualities, universal qualities, spiritual qualities have caught your attention, that you are luminous, you are radiant, you are light-filled, write in the chat, I am radiant, I am luminous, I am whole, I am worthy, I am complete, I am enough, I am more than enough, I am golden, I am abundant, I am prosperous, I am perfect health. Whatever is calling you, catch it. Write it in the chat. Allow the practitioners, allow the ministers that are here, that are holding you, allow them to hold you and agree with you and exponentially expand the consciousness with you of who you are, whose you are, what you are today, right now. Don't leave home without that crown. So I had the pleasure of getting to travel through France for a few weeks with my family. If you're watching from France, if you happen to be watching from France or Paris, south of France, Saint-Tropez, say hello. Wherever you're watching from, in the chat, say hello. If you're watching from Spain, if you're watching from Argentina, if you're watching from Canada, Missouri, Kansas, wherever it is that you're watching from, say hello in the chat, because we're all neighbors, we're brothers, we're sisters. Like Reverend Coco was saying to Ebony Faye, we're all sisters of the Spirit. We're all brothers of the Spirit. We're all one. We're all one humanity, one community, and we're so fortunate to be in a global, beloved community. So say hello to each other. Claim your divine heritage. Say hello. Meet each other on the chat. right? Well, I had the pleasure of going through France these past few weeks, just got back. And, I'm wearing my crown proudly in France. We're visiting the Eiffel Tower, we're visiting the Louvre Museum, and I want to tell you, it's pretty easy to wear your crown proudly when you're on vacation. And I was wearing mine proudly, and it was sparkling, and it was shiny and glittery, and then we went to the south of France, and oh my gosh, the south of France, Mother Nature at its finest. I mean, a sanctuary, a spiritual sanctuary of nature. And we met our longtime friends down there. We've raised our kids together. And the first morning that we were in the south of France, they took us out on their boat. And I mean, it's stunning. The greens, the blues of the Mediterranean Sea. I'm just telling you, it is exquisite. I apparently had missed the memo that when one embarks upon an exquisite boat ride in the south of France, be sure to eat a little something first. I missed the memo, started to feel a little nauseous and seasick. My son Will noticed, Prielo Pale, and he came over. And I'm telling you, in that moment, I was a little tempted to take my crown off, to put it to the side because I wasn't feeling well. And Will came over, and I'll always remember his hands just holding back my hair as I was feeling nauseous. And he was telling me with such a kind, loving voice, Mom, it's going to be okay. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, the things that I've said to him over his life so unexpectedly coming back to me. And then Jamie noticed, and our friends, Kara and Jacques, and just the love that I'm seeing in Jacques' eyes, and Kara giving me sparkling water to settle my stomach, the love, the support, the kindness, the generosity. Had I put my crown down, I would have succumbed to the lack and limitation and constriction of the feeling bad. Keeping your crown on, you are not here to succumb to the situations and circumstances in your life. You are here to rise above the situations and circumstances in your life. So I kept my crown on. I'm remembering right now when Will was maybe 4 years old. He was having a play date with his best little friend, and there in the other room, I mean, gleefully squealing, having such a good time. And at that age, I think, like in spite of himself, the excitement and the fun and the joy, he pulled a chunk of hair out of his little friend. And of course, his friend was crying, and they ultimately left. And that evening, we were lying in bed, and we were talking about the day, and we were talking about, how to treat our friends. And he's just learning, about his motor skills and keeping our hands on our own body. And so I was asking him, about that and what happened today. And I'll always remember he was lying in bed, and he looked over at me, and he put his hand on his heart, and he said, "It's okay, self. You're just learning." He kept his crown on in the midst of the situation and circumstance that had actually happened. We don't need to deny or diminish the situations and circumstances that we're moving through or that are moving through us, but it is imperative. It is our mandate. We have the ability and the capacity to experience two different things at one time. So whatever you might be experiencing, situations, circumstances in your life, you can experience that and rise above the frequency, the energy of the lack and the limitation and the constriction that culture would have you become mired in, and make a commitment, become dedicated to rise above, to keep your crown on, to remember that you are a luminous being, that you are a child of the Most High God. You are a child of the Most High universal presence of love. This is your nature. So I want you to call forward something that's real, something that's meaningful in your life that you're moving through or that is seeking to move through you at this time. Perhaps you have had a conflict with someone in your world. Perhaps you're having a conflict in some of your relationships with your children or your spouse, or you're thinking about leaving a relationship or getting into a relationship, or you're afraid of leaving a relationship. You might be thinking that you're going to be alone. Perhaps you're moving through a health challenge. Perhaps there is something going on in your world that is tempting you to take your crown off, to put it down, to put it aside. Perhaps you're feeling the energy that is trying to seduce you and hypnotize you and pull you down into that lower vibration and that lower frequency that will keep actually that energy in those situations and circumstances have you stuck. So call to mind something that's real. Perhaps it is a financial challenge. I'm remembering when the pandemic actually started in this world, knew nothing of this in our lifetime. None of us have experienced anything like this. And I went through a time and a chapter and a moment in my life of thinking, at that time, at least in this country, our stock market was doing some interesting things, and I got kind of tempted to take off my crown. I got tempted to get caught up into the whirl and the swirl of what the stock market was doing, and I was concerned and nervous that all that we had worked for to be able to give to Will one day, I was going to lose it. It was going to go away. So first I'm wondering, can any of you relate to any of this? Whatever it is that you can relate to so far, make sure that you're writing in the chat so that we can hold you. We can come together as a community. But this is what was happening in my world. This was what was calling me at that time. And I was tempted to, put my shiny, sparkly crown to the side. And college day, I began becoming very aware and having an understanding of the family of origin that I had been raised in. Now remember, you are not your family of origin, right? You moved through your family. I don't even like to call it your family of origin. Your family of origin is your spiritual family, your God family. Your origin, your original nature, what we're speaking about today, your innocence, your luminosity, your abundance, your prosperity, your golden. That is your true nature. And the family that I moved through, I began to have a really profound understanding of my grandparents and my parents and those who moved through in this country the Depression. And I began to have an understanding when I was thinking about what was going on with the stock market of why my family did so well financially and yet held on so tight to the finance that they had. They held on so tight because they didn't want to lose it, because they thought they could lose it. And that energy was swimming around in me, tempting me to swim around with it. And I was tempted, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm telling you that the times in your life when you are the most tempted to take off that crown are the times in your life that you need to keep that crown on the most. So I know enough to know, keep that crown on. I know enough to know that when you are moving through something in your life that feels so real, that feels so intense, that has the capacity to try to pull you down, that is the time to lean into your spiritual practice the most. So I leaned into my spiritual practice. I leaned into my prayer time, my meditation time. I leaned into the powerful practitioners and ministers around me. And let me tell you, if you don't have a practitioner, if you're not working with a practitioner right now, there are some folks right there on the chat that will welcome you into their high crown consciousness baby. There are some powerful practitioners. If you're a practitioner, write on the chat right now. I'm a practitioner. I'm thinking of Ama Baron. She heads the Spanish ministry, and I've worked with her for many years. Powerful, powerful, powerful presence practitioner. There are many, I have trained many practitioners. I do something called soul care coaching. So if you are in this healing field, write it in the chat. If you have not been introduced to a practitioner, well, I have practitioners around me, so I leaned into Michael Bernard Beckwith and his powerful consciousness and his powerful teachings. I leaned into Sandy Williams, our Board of Trustees president, powerful consciousness. Lee Simon Brown, powerful consciousness. Monique Hudson, powerful consciousness. And Jamie, my husband, Jamie Lula, powerful consciousness. I'm leaning in, and I'm leaning in to my financial advisor. So my financial advisor follows me. He gets my newsletters. He follows me on social media. And I called this poor man many times during that time of the beginning of the pandemic. And I remember calling him and seeing on my phone he was returning my call. And I'll always remember I was in my bathroom. I put him on speakerphone. Jamie comes in, and I'm literally bawling my head off to my financial advisor because I'm in that no man's land where I am not wanting to get seduced into the situations and circumstances that felt so real at the time. And I'm doing my best to rise up in consciousness and keep that crown on, right? And he said to me, he said, let's just stop. This is a financial advisor. He said, let's just stop for a moment and let's get still and let's take a deep breath. And I just want you to call forward what it is you would tell one of your clients. You can do this even if you're not a practitioner. You're practicing today. What is it that you would tell someone, a trusted friend, if they came to you and they were having a challenge? What would you tell them? Apply that to yourself, right? I'm thinking of Matthew, I think it is chapter 8. One of my absolute favorite, I've leaned into this teaching so many times in my life. Come, all ye heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Call forward whatever it is that you might be going through. Let it be real right now. Call forward. You don't need to deny it. You don't need to push it away. But come. Bring your burden. If you are heavy, bring your burden. God will give you rest. This universal presence will soothe you, will restore your soul so that you can remember and reconnect with your truthful and real spiritual identity. Your truthful and real spiritual identity is living right there in the midst of whatever is moving through you in your life right now. This universe, Albert Einstein, I always quote this. Albert Einstein said, the most important decision you will ever make in your life is whether you believe that you live in a benevolent universe. So I wouldn't trade what happened, what I went through with the stock market. I wouldn't trade that. I wouldn't trade it for a moment. Why? Because any pain that you are going through right now, any pain that you are going through, every bit of pain that you have ever experienced in your life is simply a crisis of identity. If you are experiencing any pain in your life, I am here to tell you, you are having an identity crisis. And what do we know about the word crisis in the Chinese language? It contains the character for opportunity. And if you look at your pain and relate to your pain and look at your life situation and look at your life circumstances as an opportunity for you to awaken, the universe, God, Spirit, had probably been seeking to assist me to awaken for years and years and years. And in that moment, it caught my attention. It got my attention. So don't take your crown off because you'll miss your opportunity to awaken. You want to awaken today. God wants you to awaken today. Set an intention, make a commitment to awaken today in the midst of whatever it is that is moving through you and you are moving through in your life. Will you awaken with me? If so, put a resounding yes on the chat. I am here to awaken. I am willing to awaken. I am awakening right now. I am not going to leave this time without becoming more awake than I am when I came. You are here to awaken. So this opportunity that I was moving through assisted me to awaken. Reverend Michael often quotes, and I love this quote as well, to he or she who has, more shall be given. To he or she who has not, even that which they have shall be taken away. I really did not understand this quote when I first heard him share it back on Olympic, when we were on Olympic Boulevard. I remember I wrote it down, I grappled with it, I sat with it. It seemed so utterly unfair to me at the time. And what I've grown to understand is that as I kept my crown on, what happened when I leaned into those around me, when I up-leveled my own spiritual practice, when I was dedicated and committed to knowing God more than I wanted anything else, even that precious money in the bank. You know, at the time, I was like, just cash in the numbers, send it my way, I'll go pick it up, peace out, put it under my mattress, and call it a financial day. Have whatever I had to pass on to Will. But in my awakening, in my expansion, what I grew to understand is that as you expand your consciousness, you enter into a field that you didn't even know was there yesterday. There's a field calling you. There's a field that's there. It's always there. As Reverend Michael just said, did you hear him? He just said the greatest ability is availability. So we are here to awaken, to become available to a field of energy that is limitless, that is expansive, that knows no boundaries, that has always been here, that is here in your life right now, in the midst of whatever you're moving through. It's here. Your greatest ability is your availability. Become available to that right now. You will awaken into a field that you didn't even know was there. I vowed during that time to never experience this pain ever again, because the pain that you are experiencing right now, the pain that I was experiencing, didn't have anything to do with the stock market. It didn't have anything to do with money. The pain was the pain that my soul was feeling, of feeling disconnected from my truthful and real identity. Are you hearing this? Pain. The pain has nothing to do with the situation and circumstance. Culture would just teach us to connect it to the situation and circumstances. It has nothing to do with your divorce. It has nothing to do with a health diagnosis. It has nothing to do with a financial issue that you're moving through or challenge that you're moving through. Pain has to do with the feeling that your soul has when it feels disconnected from who and what it is that you truly are. Why? Because we're here on earth to walk with our crown on and walk proudly with the knowing of who we are. So it's very painful when we forget who we are. It's very painful when we forget who we are, and I'm grateful for that pain. Why? Because we're not meant to walk through this world forgetting who we are. It doesn't feel good. So if you're experiencing pain and there's something in your world that doesn't feel good, you are seeking, needing to remember, reconnect with who it is you truly are, your real spiritual nature. Reverend Michael also speaks a lot about, and often I should say, about his grandfather. And his grandfather always says, and I'll misquote him for sure, he says it so much more eloquently, but his grandfather says when you're lined up at the pearly gate, there's going to be two lines, the givers and the takers. And always line up with the givers, right? always line up to he or she who hath, even that shall expand, more shall be given. So I'm thinking about my son, Will. Jamie and I lead transformational travel trips, and we had, when he was about 9, he was in 4th grade, we led a trip to Bali. And he's 9, and we're going through Bali, and we're walking through, and we're seeing all the artisans and, all their crafts and the beautiful things that they make. And so as tourists do, they'll hear one of the Balinese people, this costs, 30 rupees or whatever it was, or I guess it's like 300 or 30,000. And of course, everyone is trying to barter them down. And Will, being 9 years old, he just completely did not understand this. So he came to me and he said, Mom, I really don't understand. They already don't have as much as we have, and what they're making is so beautiful. Why would you want to give them less than what they're asking for? Why wouldn't you want to give them more than what they're asking for? And so he started giving everyone more than what they were asking for. And it kind of became contagious in my group. Everyone started, whatever they were asking, giving more. And the simple looks of glee, the smiles, the connection, the humanity of what was happening, even more shall be given to you. And then cut to, I haven't thought about this till this very moment, cut to, we're in Paris right now, so it must be 10 years later. We're in Paris, and the family, we're thrifting in Paris. And because that's what you do when you're 19 in Paris, you thrift. And so we were thrifting in Paris, and we walk into this shop, and there's a pair of jeans hanging on the wall, and Will really likes them, and he inquires, how much are they? And again, he's using his allowance, right? So the man said whatever it was, 100 euros, whatever it was. And Will said, oh, thank you so much, out of my budget. And we get ready to leave, and the man calls back, and he says, no, come back, 40 euros. So he pulls the jeans down, Will goes, tries them on. He really likes them. They fit really well. This is important when you're 19. And so he comes out, and he says, okay, I'm going to take them. And so the man honors his word, and he's like, 40 euros. And Will says, no, I'm going to give you 100 euros. That's what you asked for. That's what I'm going to give you. And again, the smile, the connection, the humanity, the realness of that moment is something that I will treasure, I will cherish, because it has so much value, so much more value. So to you, who has, your practice is to know whose you are, what you are, to enter that elaborate, expansive, limitless, boundless field so that you know who you are and whose you are, and that you can allow that to expand as your life. So last Will story, I guess. I'm seeing now him when we go to pack up to leave. Now, my family, we travel light. When we travel with just, we don't check luggage. We travel with just our carry-on. So 3 weeks carry-on France, and we're getting ready to pack to come home, and he's thrifted, right? So he has like a whole full-on shop in this apartment, and I'm telling you, seriously, Houdini or Albert Einstein himself could not do the math to get the girth of what he had purchased into the space of this carry-on. And so I look at Jamie and I'm like, oh, it's okay, honey, don't worry. We'll just get another piece of luggage and we can check it through. It's not a problem. And he says, no, I'm going to get it into this. I'm going to get it into the suitcase. And I'm laughing because, there's just literally no physical possibility of the amount of purchased items to fit into this small carry-on suitcase. Sure enough, he fits it in, and he fits it in. Well, he's got, Doc Martens, he's got overalls. He fit it all in. Why? Because what is seemingly impossible in your physical world is absolutely spiritually possible and potential in the universal field. And it is for you to manifest, to become so at one with what is possible in spiritual potential that you can manifest, that you can materialize into your physical world. So can we agree today that, as Willard said, look under your seat, you're gonna find a crown if you haven't found it already. Put your crown on today. Are you willing to wear your crown proudly? Are you willing to enter and embody crown consciousness today, golden consciousness today? If you are, I want you to write in the chat, I am willing to wear my crown proudly today. I am luminous. I am radiant. I am a child of the Most High. I remember who I am. I remember whose I am. I am golden. I am abundant. I am limitless. I am boundless. I have a divine destiny. I have a divine dharma. I am stepping into my divine destiny and dharma right now. I'm not going to take that crown off. I know who I am today. I am wearing my crown proudly today. Let's all agree, and then let's hold it in prayer together. So let's move into a moment of prayer. And as we're moving into that moment of prayer, feel your crown chakra. Feel your crowning chakra. Feel the energy that you are open at the top. That there is nothing holding you down and there is nothing that can hold you down. I want you to feel this. I want you to experience this in your body because it's happening right now. There is an activating presence in your body temple and in your consciousness right now that is active. And it is activated, and you are open at the top, and you are open into the limitless potential and the limitless possibility, the boundless energy of this universe that is so for you, that is so holding you like you have never experienced yourself held before. Relax into this. Let yourself go into this knowing. Let yourself go. Let yourself relax. Let yourself be restored. Let yourself be renewed right now. Open your heart. Open your mind. Allow the words and the energy and the presence of this prayer to move to you and through you right now. Allow it to activate every cell, atom, fiber of your being right now. Allow the aliveness of who and what it is that you truly are to come alive right now. Oh, I'm so deeply grateful for these teachings. I'm so deeply grateful for Michael Bernard Beckwith, for his continued and consistent yes, that he lives these teachings, that he may offer them to us. I am so deeply, profoundly grateful for the teachings, the high, mystical, holy teachings, new thought, ageless wisdom teachings that says this universe is for you. Allow yourself to experience yourself as being a child of a universe that is supporting you right now. I am so grateful. It is so easy to know that this universe is beaming with light, beaming with support, beaming with an unconditional love that cherishes you, that treasures you. You are cherished. You are treasured. How grateful I am to know that you are in the midst of a universal presence that is limitless, that is boundless, abundant, prosperous, lavish, opulence, wholeness, enoughness, more than enoughness. There is a shiny, radiant beam of light calling you to remember who you are, to be reminded that you are living in a universe that is benevolent, that loves you. You are loved. You are love itself. You are divine. You are divinity itself. You are perfect health. You are youthing. You are vital. You are radiant. You are a dynamic being. Right now, your body temple is youthing. It is one with the endless, boundless energy of this universe, reminding you, renew your mind this day, renew your heart this day, renew your soul this day. Come in. Come if you are heavy laden. Come. I will bring you peace. I will give you rest. Peace is yours. Joy is yours. Right now, this is yours. This is your true nature. Soak it in, soak it up. And as you soak it in and as you soak it up for yourself, hold yourself in the center of your own spiritual orbit right now. Hold yourself in the center of your own spiritual center in this moment. Allow this word to be spoken for you. And then call forward, call to mind someone in your world that you would like to offer, extend, pay forward these teachings, this learning, this truth. Offer it. Call your own name out loud. Call their name out loud. There is someone out there right now who needs to know they're abundant. There is someone out there right now who needs to know they're whole. There is someone out there right now that needs to know that you are not alone. There is someone out there that needs to know right now that you are not insignificant. You are significant. As Reverend Michael said in that video, the world needs you. There is someone out there right now who needs to know that the world needs you. Awaken to this truth if it is you. There's someone out there that needs to know perfect health is yours. Radiant, vital, dynamic well-being is yours. It is your birthright. There's someone out there who's forgotten, who needs to remember that divinity is yours. It's calling you. Answer the call. Speak your own name out loud. Speak the name of all those in your field, all those in your orbit. Speak the name of someone that you need a reckoning with, a reconciliation with. Speak that name out loud. And experience a reconciliation before you even open your eyes. And as our individual hearts are open, let us open our hearts as the beloved spiritual community that we are, and let us hold these beloveds in our hearts. So today we are holding Pluto Brown, great servant of the Spirit Awakening Foundation of Akuyo Graham. So we hold Pluto Brown. And we hold all those who have called for grief support, experiencing the passing over of souls. Let us all open our hearts. You know, when Reverend Coco said that my heart is golden, it touches me because all of our hearts are golden, and the heart of Agape is golden. So let us hold these individuals in this golden light, these individuals who so need to be held in a golden light right now. Let us hold Reverend Jason, Tony, and Chia for Robert Mosley, who passed on, made his transition. Let us hold Christine Huguetta for her friend, Dr. Chad Evan Davis. Let us hold them in this golden light, this gold-filled light, the heart of our beloved community. Let us hold Jane Elizabeth Carrillo and family for Dad Edwin Gall. Let us hold this family in our hearts. Let them know that they are being held. Let us hold Yasmin Denali for Dad Kamal. Let them know that they are being held like maybe they've never known themselves to be held before because of our collective consciousness, this golden crown consciousness. And let us hold the families, the 6 individuals who were killed in the Windsor Hills crash, and their families, the families who are moving through grief. Let us hold the driver. Let us hold their families, her family. Let us hold, and let us just extend our own golden light from our heart to anyone on planet Earth that is needing to places, the Ukraine, to anywhere that is coming up in your conscious awareness right now. In the United States, let us offer golden energy to our political system. Wherever it is that you comes up in your awareness for racial inequality and injustice, let us send this golden, powerful, this is not airy-fairy, this is a powerful, real consciousness. Let us hold it, let us see that what is seemingly impossible in the physical is meant. There is a mandate for the spiritual manifestation on this plane. Let us be servants together. And so how deeply grateful I am to get to join together with all of you. We are one, we are one, we are one. And I am grateful. And so it is. Stacy.
God of my spirit, supreme inspiration, God of my heart, I take refuge in your great love, Creator of ultimate wisdom. May all be blessed, and may all find the way to love. Find your way. God of my spirit, supreme inspiration, God of my soul, I take refuge in your great love, Creator and ultimate wisdom. May all be blessed, and may all be at home.
Supreme inspiration, let us just swim in it, swim in it, swim in it, swim in it, swim in it. Thank you, Stacy. You got a crown today. We can feel it. We can feel that crowning consciousness. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your crowning consciousness. We are a giving community. So we're moving into that time of our service where you get to line up on the side of the givers, as Reverend Michael's grandfather reminds us. And what I know about our spiritual community, and as Reverend Coco had alluded to earlier, through this pandemic, we made a commitment to continue to expand in consciousness and to continue to expand in form. And as you all know, this globe, this planet, this world right now is so in need of these teachings, of Reverend Michael's teachings, of this consciousness. And you get to be a part of assisting us to continue to expand in form. You know, we rely on donations. That is how we run this organization. It's run on your generosity. So we know you to be a generous, giving community. So for those of you who give weekly, monthly, please, take out your phones. You know how to do it. I'm going to begin to bless as you begin to tithe and to give and to share and to contribute. And then Reverend Coco is going to come give you the specifics if this is your first time. But take out those phones. We're going to put up that QR code. And we're going to move into a time of blessing blessing your generous giving, your generous donations. So what I know is that abundance is endless, abundance is limitless, abundance has no end. When you take abundance from abundance, abundance is what remains. So know this for yourself right now, that whatever it is that you are giving, it is coming back to you exponentially expanded, specifically in financial form. I am so deeply grateful for the givingness, for the generosity of each one of you who is being called right now. If there is something that you have received today, if there is something that you have received from these teachings, this is our moment to circulate and to give thanks and to be appreciative through our financial giving. So if there's a little voice inside whispering to stretch today, stretch just a little, whatever it is that you give, stretch just a little. Allow yourself to stretch today and watch it come back to you exponentially expanded. And Reverend Coco is going to...
Thank you so much, Reverend Suzi. I feel like I should put this on while I do
Come
this.
on, do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Reverend
See?
Coco wearing
There we
her
go.
crown proudly today.
Sort of irresistible.
Right?
It was right here. All right. So thank you, Reverend Suzi. So the ways that you can give, the slides started to come up, but you can text GIVE, G-I-V-E, of course, to 424-321-6243. Remember that when you do that, your phone will take you through the steps. You can set that up as a one-time gift, or it gives like once a week, once a month, or whenever you buy coffee, and choose one of those. If you're on our website, of course, you're on a safe, secure website, you can push the donate button. On our Facebook page, or Reverend Michael's Facebook page, there's a link that will take you to the donate button. Of course, on YouTube, the address will be posted to take you to our donate button. And then, as Suzi said, our new QR code, which is very exciting. So if you're at your computer, hold your phone up, of course, read it, and then it will guide you and take you through the steps. But just try it out and see how it works. I've heard a lot of people really appreciate and love it, actually. Of course, you can always mail it in, so you can make your check out to Agape International Spiritual Center of Truth. Mail it to us at 8549 Wilshire Boulevard, Suite 1156, Beverly Hills, 90211. If you're watching this on the archives, don't be afraid to use any of those methods, modes, modalities of giving, because your gift, your tithe, your donation continues to make a difference on the planet by giving it here and now. So thank you so much. Now we have a beautiful chant.
There's a new territory that I never saw before. It's like a fire of transformation breaking through my core, shining in the darkness. I can see the light of day, and this new territory, it's my strength, it is my way. I said this new territory, it's my strength, so let us pray. Well, I pray that you will see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of everything. Well, I pray that you will see the best of life, the best of love, the very best of everything. Wake up and see the best of life, the best of love.
so much, Stacy. Thank you so much, Reverend Suzi. Thank you, Agape. So just join with me. This is the time in the service where if you were here in the sanctuary with me, I'd probably ask you to stand up, but we just want to have a moment together where collectively, in a unified field of agreement, we stand as the one beholding that infinite golden horizon that the giving has come from, that the giving is fuels and fires evermore of this consciousness to go out upon itself. So think about your offering, think about the offering flooding into Agape, and just join with me in prayer. And together, in a united state of agreement, we say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies this offering. It is pressed down and running over as a benefit, as a blessing, as a benediction to my life, Agape's life, the life of the community and the global community and the cosmic community. Blessed and a blessing, it is so, and I let it be. Amen. So stay here. We have one more thing to do. Thank you so much. You want to think about and give thanks for everything Reverend Suzi poured out, and I'm going to ask Reverend Julie Moret to come forward.
Hey, so when I got the message asking me to share a special birthday announcement for Reverend Michael today, it said, talk about why are you still here? When I first read that, I thought it was like, why are you still here? But I don't think they meant it that way. Anyway, why are you still here? What keeps you coming back? What brought you to Agape the very first time? I am here, and I keep coming back because I need a nest. I need a safe space to duck into, to escape the craziness of this world. I need to hear truth that translates, that resonates, universal truths that do not change with political tides and external circumstances. I need a place to cultivate inner strength so I can get so strong, mighty, and powerful enough to take my place in this world. Does anybody relate to that? I'm here because Agape spiritually fortifies me. In what ways does Agape spiritually fortify you? My guess is that if I were to summarize why we all get to be here at Agape today, ultimately, it's because of one man's vision, one man's great, big, beautiful, joy-filled heart. And we only get one time every single year that we get to celebrate his appearance. So as we honor Reverend Michael's birthday today, his request is that every single one listening right now in this moment give a financial gift above and beyond our regular giving, rather than send in physical presents, because let's face it, how many avocados can the man eat? That's a popular gift. What truly excites Reverend Michael is having the financial means to continue expanding Agape's mission of love, beauty, and freedom on a global scale. This year's financial gifts will provide the significant investment capital needed to translate Agape teachings into multiple languages and expand virtual opportunities for our global community. Bottom line, we're a practicing community. We are not just like a show up on Sunday kind of a deal. And financial giving is a powerful part of a strong spiritual practice. So I'm thinking, let's put the practice into practice. And in true Reverend Michael fashion, this is not just about giving him or even Agape a gift, because as we give financially, we cannot help but ignite within our own lives the law of affluence, which is the free flow of abundance. So if you're ready, right now, pull out your phones. You can text to donate at 424-321-6243, enter the dollar amount and the word B-Day. You can go to agapelive.com, click on the birthday banner, or, because we're fancy now, you can use the new QR code on the screen. It'll take you directly to our giving page. On Facebook Live, use the direct links provided in your chat window. No gift is too large. $100, $1,000, $20,000, $100,000. Let's blow Reverend Michael's mind with our givingness. And, please hear this, no gift is too small either. It is the frequency of giving that attracts more giving. What matters most is that we opt in on whatever level is right for you, that we participate and unleash massive prosperity for Agape, for ourselves, and for the whole world as it gets buoyed up by our radiant shine. We thank you for your generosity. May it be returned to you infinite fold.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, you had a great Sunday. Yes. And we are going to do this again. We don't do videotaped, or whatever that would be, right, nowadays? Okay, I don't know. So it's going to be a new service, next service. So come back, tell your friends. Meditation's at 11. We'll come back here and be here at 11:30 with our celebration, our worship service. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the community. I am grateful for you. And after this chant, Reverend Suzi will do the benediction. Be sure you give her some love in the chat. Thank you, Agape. Stacy. Thank you, Stacy.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say,
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, house band. You are golden. And as Reverend Julie just said, may we all be filled and leave here spiritually fortified today. Just allow yourself to embody that phrase that you are spiritually fortified this day, that you are contagious with the light and the frequency and the vibration of the crowning consciousness, the golden energy that is the truth of your nature, that you may be so alive and fulfilled and overflowing with who and what you truly are, that you can't help but unleash it, let it out, and be contagious. Let everyone around you be lifted up into your own golden field. So how grateful I am just feeling into Reverend Michael in this moment and thinking of him and sending him golden blessings and knowing that wherever you are blessed and a blessing. We are grateful, and so it is. Amen and amen. Peace and love, everyone. Thank you, house band. Thank you, everyone. And we will see you for the next service, because you just can't be too spiritually fortified. Now can you? Much love, everyone.